That voice, he has been entering your living room for years, and you know his voice well. This morning we get to meet the man behind the baritone. Rodney Saulsberry is one of the top voiceover actors in Hollywood. In addition to movie trailers, his voice can be heard on TV and radio promos for all kinds of sporting events and commercials and on popular soundtracks and movies, and that's not the half of it. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
So glad. You've got a new book about voiceovers and
Yes.
how you can take your voice to the bank. You can bank on your own voice is the name of the book.
That's right.
And you're here to tell us a little bit about not only your career, but how people can use their own voice to get ahead in life.
That's right. You know, there's never been a better time, a more opportune time than now for the average person, real people, that's what advertisers are looking for, real people with real voices to promote their products.
And they're probably looking for all kinds of voices.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you have a wide range, I imagine. It's almost like acting, really, isn't it?
It is acting, no doubt about it. You know, you should take some acting classes. You know, I recommend that, at least a class and a voiceover class.
Let's talk about your career because people would recognize your voice. You've done so many things. One of the things, the trailers you did for Dumb and Dumber, we're going to take a listen to that one right now.
Okay.
Can I be on top? Only if I can be on bottom. All right!
This Father's Day,
Night, Mrs. D.
Good night, Lloyd.
New Line Cinema asks the eternal question,
Your mom just totally made a move on me. She did not.
who's your daddy?
Maybe soon I'll be your new daddy.
This Friday,
You can't marry my mom. Don't you take that tone with me, young man.
get dumb.
Gotta taste my mom's pie. Your pie tastes delicious, Mrs. D.
Dumb and Dumber, rated PG-13. Starts Friday.
Now, you sound completely different
Right,
from the
right,
Stella
right.
to the Dumb and Dumber. I
Yes,
mean, it
right.
really is acting. How do you get in the mood?
Boy, you know, you look at the words. You know, it starts off with a good script, you know, and for instance, that line that just sort of cracked me up when I heard it, you know, the eternal question, who's your daddy? You know, I mean, when you see something like that, you just know how to say it, you know. So
Right.
it really starts with the words.
What about some of your favorites? What are one of your favorite jobs that you've had in your voiceover
One
career?
of my favorite is to be Joe Robbie Robertson, you know, on the animated cartoon series, Spider-Man.
Oh, can we get a little sample of that?
Well, you know, the thing that I really liked about Joe Robbie is it was very close to me, you know. I mean, it was really Rodney Saulsberry acting with Spider-Man, you know.
Not much of a stretch for you,
Not
huh?
much of a stretch, not much of a stretch at all, you know.
Now, you have come out with a book. It's You Can Bank on Your Voice is the name of the book, and you're helping people use their voice to make some money.
Right.
How difficult is it to break into the industry, the voice industry?
Right. I'm here to say that, yes, it's a small community. Yes, it's difficult, but so is acting, and yet everybody's trying to be an actor, you know. So I want to let people know about voiceovers. I mean, here's something that not a lot of people know about. There's a wonderful opportunity. You got to work hard. Talent certainly helps.
How competitive is it?
It's competitive, but anything that's worth having, you know, you have to work hard for.
Must you have an agent to get into the field?
You're going to get an agent, you know, eventually you should have an agent, but before you get one, you should hustle very hard yourself, you know.
Obviously, you have been very successful in this business, and one of my favorites reading your bio is you were part of the chorus in the Lion King, Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I do some singing too, and it was just a session, so I thought. And we sang the song, and when the movie came out, it was such a big hit, you know.
So big.
You know.
Now, there's the information. You can bank on your voice.
Right.
You're going to be at Borders Books
Yes.
tomorrow night at 7 in
Yes.
Mission Valley.
Yes.
To give people advice, sign some books, and hopefully
Yes.
sell a bunch of books as well.
We're going to sell a bunch of books, and the next night we're in Carlsbad at that Borders at the same time. There you go. And you know, I'm also going to critique the first 20 people to buy books. They're going to bring their demos, and I'm going to critique them.
Wow.
Yeah,
How's-
we're going to have a lot of fun. That's really important. Having fun. That's what voiceovers is.
Do you get a big kick when you hear yourself? I mean, you must hear yourself all the time because you are everywhere, aren't you?
I do, and I really appreciate that. Praise the Lord, you know. And I do get a kick out of it. But I think
You don't
that
have to have good hair either because it's just your voice, right? You can.
doesn't matter what
You can be
wear.
in your jeans and.
I work at home. The technology makes it so that you can do it right from, you know, your own home.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Rodney Saulsberry, thank you so much for taking your time out to
Thank you.
chat with us, and best of luck with the book.
Thank you.
All right.